The following match is one fall with a 15-minute time limit and is part of round 1 of the Dane Memorial Tournament. Coming to the ring, accompanied by Brandon McCord, this is the man now known as Frank.
Well, the surprises do not stop here during the Dane Memorial Heavyweight Tournament. We've got Frank, the mystery number 7 seed, being led to the ring by, from what I understand, the newest manager in Idolmania Sports Management, Brandon McCord.
Let me start with some NWA business before we get to your main point there. We are at NWA Shockwave. We called it Shockwave for a reason. And by the way, NWA Shockwave is the name of the promotion that we have here tonight because NWA Shockwave is with the NWA. And you do the math on that all you want. Okay, now moving on. Austin Idol went to Sinister Minister, James Mitchell, and bought the contract of the man we can no longer legally refer to. That was part of the deal.
Wow, all right.
So he's now known as Frank.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's his real name, his legal name, his made-up name. I don't know what it means, but I was told his name is now Frank. Now, where's Austin Idol? I have no idea, but he sent another one of his kids.
Yeah. And he's got kids everywhere.
Yeah,
Brother worked the territory, sir.
Well, I guess he might have had one here in the greater Dallas area with Brandon McCord making a debut here. And
great fashion from Brandon McCord, I might add. I love it.
So we got some nepotism, we got some skullduggery, we got some contract swapping.
Great word, skullduggery.
Thank you. I took it from your playbook.
well, we also have the monster from the wasteland.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, here we go.
And his opponent, hailing from the wasteland, this is the non-binary nightmare. They are Max, the Impaler.
Did you notice how Max kind of looked around for a second? You see that? Coming through the entrance there? Almost like, where's Sinister Minister?
Well,
where's Jimmy Mitchell?
Max knows exactly what happened.
Well, of course.
Cinny Minnie, as you like to call him.
Max sent James Mitchell to the hospital, and I know because I paid the bill to get him there.
Oh boy, yeah.
Does Max care? I don't think so.
Well, they had a very fruitful partnership, if you want to call it that, an unholy alliance.
Yeah.
But it's very unusual to see Max without James Mitchell.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Max almost looked like kind of, not lost, but like...
Well, only Jim Mitchell seemed to be able to get through to Max. And by the way, I've never dealt directly with Max in any way, shape, or form.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Always through Jim Mitchell, so this is very unusual.
You speak multiple languages, but not Wasteland.
Who is Max facing?
Whoa! Huge boot there by Frank. And as you were alluding to there, Billy, I mean, before Frank was Frank, this was a unit, this was a tag team.
Yeah, I mean, with
they were in the Crockett Cup.
Yeah, the Misery Faithful as a whole. I mean, what's going on here? We got Cindy Minnie, James Mitchell selling off contracts, and like what's going on? I don't understand.
Well, let's go in order. Number 1, no pun intended. At number 2 in the seeding in the Memorial Tournament, named, of course, after the late, great Jack Dane. Max, do you have any quibble with Max at 2?
Absolutely not.
Right? Better than Kerry Morton?
Yeah.
Maybe a tick below in terms of heavyweight competition with Throwbilly Silas Mason.
Sure.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, 7 was open. Austin Idol calls me up and says, I got the perfect person. I said, who? He said, I can't say his name. But you got to take my word for it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not disappointed, but it was a mystery to me. I agreed to it because Idol's good for business, as he likes to tell me every single day.
He is a genius.
Believe it or not, he knows how to text.
He is a genius. Whoa.
He's got one of those phones where you flip up with the one hand, but he can text.
Yeah. Get the T9 going. All right.
Well, if you look at the history of the Lightning One era, the entire time that you've owned the NWA, Billy, one of the most dominant forces has been Idolmania Sports Management. So Austin Idol knows how to get it done. It pays dividends to be a part of that unit, a part of that group.
It's a legacy of gold.
But you could also argue that the Miserably Faithful
Oh, yeah.
Right? At the same time.
Well, that was a faction, as we would
Yeah,
call it in the
sure,
pizzazz,
sure.
right? But now it seems to have disintegrated.
That's what I'm saying. He sold off a contract here, and I understand, Max put, James Mitchell in the medical facility.
Sal's in an asylum somewhere.
That brother, he ain't been right since he drank blood in Atlanta.
Gags is now aligned with Misery, and here's Frank now with Idlemania Sports Management, and by the way, now managed by one of Idle's kids.
Yeah, and his name is Frank.
Lot to process.
Yeah.
There's a lot to go on right here in this first round matchup. Number 2 versus number 7 seed as Frank comes in again with that massive boot.
I'll tell you, listen, man, Frankie, if I can call him that.
To your own
I don't know.
detriment.
Yeah, it's on your own.
Yeah,
You're on your own.
I'm not going to call him Francois, but he nearly, he put me in a medical facility, if you remember, Joey G.
I do.
All right, so, he's a pretty rough customer.
Okay, you've been in there. 6'10"?
No, but it felt like 7'5", to be honest with you.
Okay,
Well, he
320?
he put you up
Yeah.
9 feet in the air.
He did. I was about 10 feet up there.
Well, Max is a lot different than the deal machine.
He picked me up so high, I caught a Wi-Fi signal.
It's interesting to see Max in there with someone that Max has history with.
Yes.
There's a different emotional tenor to this matchup so far. More personal? Which
Yeah.
is that even a word you'd even use with Max?
I think they were in 2 Crockett Cups together, if I'm not mistaken. Or am I,
I
wrong
think you're
about
right.
that?
Oh, spear! And it could be all over. We got to take a quick break in this main event matchup. We'll be right back. Wow.
You can't go to break right now?
Alyssa Marino here, reporting live from Philadelphia with Danny Deals, and we're here to talk about some NWA merch. Let's start off. I'm personally a very big snack fan, and what better way to carry your snacks than in the style of the NWA Powerrr lunchbox? Look,
Hold on there, Melissa, real quick.
it's Alyssa.
Whatever. Are you related to Dan? Anyway, check this out. Check out this shirt. See this shirt right here? This is the 80s new wave version. The Deal Man's got a deal on it, don't I? Hey, look, I even got another style. Look at me, I'm prepared. Look at this. I got this belt bag. I got it for Melissa, but she didn't like it, so. But hey, it's on the style. It's on the shop. I'm so excited, I can't help it. And
I can't blame you.
Yeah, check this out. Hey, tell them where to find it.
NWA.com/
NationalWrestlingAlliance.com. Hit the shop button. She's new.
Welcome back to the action, ladies and gentlemen. This is our main event. Max taking on Frank. That's all we could call him, folks, as Max comes in with a flying knee and a senton in our Jack's Dane Memorial Heavyweight Tournament first round matchup.
And Max going after McCord.
And we all
Who's really just out there. He hasn't done a thing, I will have to say. I know you guys, how you feel about Austin Idol, but Brandon McCord didn't do anything out there but yell encouragement at Frank.
Well, normally you'd say maybe the apple doesn't fall that far from the tree. In this case, it might be an indictment.
Yeah. Forget about apples falling. It looked like Frank just launched an apple tree across the ring. Raw power there.
Oh,
a little
McCord
disrespect
ashing,
there.
Yeah, so disrespectful.
Well, listen, Max just came after Brandon as he was standing over there minding his own business, yelling encouragement to Frank. And Max, I don't know that, McCord, I'm sure that he was studied up by Austin.
Okay, McCord not that impressive outside the ring, but tactically, I think what Frank's doing here is right, pitch perfect.
Yeah. No, there's definitely a good game plan here. Brandon McCord is, I think, for me, an early runner for Offensive Coordinator of the Year.
Yeah. Look, that's the second time we've seen biting in this matchup. This time, Max sinking the incisors into the skull of Frank.
Now, look, everybody needs a mid-match snack, I suppose. But yeah, take a huge chunk out of Frank.
As the battle continues out on the floor. Oh, but Frank rolled in. That broke the count. So the fight continues.
Oh. You see how he just popped right up like nothing had happened to him? Now that's crazy.
Well,
and it's not like Max isn't a heavy hitter.
Brother has a history of not feeling pain. That much I can tell you.
Absolutely.
Same could be said for Max the Impaler.
I hit him with a chair one time and he didn't even move.
Well, a chair shot from you doesn't.
I don't want to go down that road. But
Hey, come on.
Maybe down at the AARP convention.
Oh, now.
Look, hey, listen. I had a hell of a swing on that thing.
Well, speaking of a hell of a swing, boom, Max the Impaler swinging those forearms.
I gotta say, I'm not somebody who's been in the ring. I obviously watch a lot of professional wrestling. I have to say that Max is not as aggressive as Max would normally be in every other matchup I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, Jimmy Mitchell was not there. Something's missing without James Mitchell there.
Hand across the throat.
Whoa!
Oh! Boom! Down goes Max.
I don't know that I've ever seen anybody pick up Max like that.
Oh, my. Okay, Max is getting right back up.
I'm not going to say I don't know. I know I haven't.
Well, you might see it again. No, broken up.
Oh, I think
and somehow Max back on the attack.
Throwing bombs.
And I think Frankie, knowing Max well, knew that one chokeslam wasn't going to be enough. Uh-oh. Look out!
Oh! Just got flattened by Frank. What? He's moving on.
The winner of this match, advancing in the tournament, the man known as Frank.
Bracket Buster. That's a bracket buster. The number 7 seed taking out Max the Impaler. Moving on to face Kerry Morton in the semifinal.
I gotta say this. Without James Mitchell on the outside, I saw tactically Max not wrestling the way Max normally wrestles. And on top of that, and again, I'm just an observer, Max seemed to not be putting the same animal energy behind punches and strikes. That shocked me, and I think we see the result. Was there an emotional undercurrent that we couldn't quite pick up on, or is it confusion? I have no idea.